Previously on Civitanum 7.
I've isolated your original voice, and I'm giving you access to it.
Hello, this is Tio speaking. The hatch is opening.
Nathan has procured what looks to be a brand new space fighter.
Fenti, I did what you asked. Let's get going. Shelly, why is my ship displayed on that monitor?
He knows about us.
Fenti, I know you're on my ship.
Nathan, you have a Legalilago? How?
It's time we drag you back there and gather what we need. Tio, would you kindly hand over Fenti to Troll?
Oh!
Prim? Prim, stop!
Who else knows of our existence?
You'll kill him!
Tell us!
Tio.
Please, you don't have to hurt him. We can find a way to keep you safe.
Tio, did you just say we?
Don't worry, Nate. Delia and Tio are linked.
Did you just say Delia?
Don't do anything stupid. I've got your ship mag locked in and surrounded. Because you're dumb.
Lilith.
You have accessed Civitanum 7, a space-time probe of the Sentuit, sent to tell our story. This is the accumulated knowledge and history of the most technologically advanced society in the known universe. One of Earth's first lessons when being introduced to their galactic neighbors was to fear the Vendifer. The Vendifer are the unrelenting force that stalks in the blackness of space. There's no pleading with, no common ground, and no mutual understanding to be had with them. They are more mysterious than the Serapians, more ruthless than the Erechiden, and more deadly than the Gordonans. Their only purpose, it seems, is to feed. The first news Earth received of galactic affairs were stories of the devastation left by the Vendifer. Whole planets were essentially drained of all life, with no warning or any foreseeable pattern. But when the story of a newly discovered planet filled with helpless intelligent beings called the Legalilago was under threat, Earth was spurred to do their part and help in the fight in any way they could. What no one in the galaxy could have predicted is just how helpful the newcomers from Earth truly became. Serapians, upon hearing of Earth's willingness to help, decided to produce space fighters designed for human anatomy. Earth's space pilots found that the Serapians' controls were incredibly intuitive, and, with the technology to compensate for all G-forces, there was no maneuver they couldn't execute. It was almost as if they flew by intuition alone. Soon, the galaxy was introduced to the deadliest space squadron in the galaxy. Nothing could touch a human behind the controls of a Serapian space fighter. It's no surprise, at least to most human scholars, that those human pilots that ultimately won the war developed a unique complex. Even after the fighting was all over, many of these pilots couldn't shake the feeling that they were untouchable.
Nathan, it's time to end this latest tantrum and come on home.
Lilith, surprised to see you. So, you're my father's new lapdog.
Can we move this along? There are so many things I would rather be doing right now. You're coming with me. My crew will take your ship and your little slave creature.
This slave creature is not mine. Tio is their own being now. All I did was free them.
You are so annoying. All you have done is convince the most naive creature in the known galaxy that what you're doing is anything other than a feeble attempt to get back at Daddy. Please, for all of our sake, drop this now rather than later so that we can all get back to doing anything other than this.
They're enslaving an entire species, Lilith.
Okay. Yeah?
How does that not bother you?
Why? Think I'm gonna do anything about it? When have you ever cared about anyone other than yourself?
When I learned I had a hand in their subjugation.
Oh, so you made it about you. That makes sense.
Ugh.
Well, Mr. Humanitarian, it's time to come home. I'm sure your dad will let you have a charity or something.
Prim, I need you to get to the ship's controls and lock us in and activate the shields.
Don't tell me you're planning an escape. We have your ship mag-locked. Listen, Ligalago, remember what I said earlier? He's done this type of thing before, and he always lets it go when it gets too hard. He has that luxury, do you? Don't let him get you killed.
Don't listen to her, Tio. She doesn't know what I'm capable of.
What? Oh, I'm still alive. Oh, I'm still alive. What's going on? Who is that woman?
Dr. Fenti, I know you're in there. If you get Nate to come out quietly, I'll see if I can get Ed to look past this little prison break.
Nathan, please explain what's going on.
She works for my father.
Oh, no.
She wants to take me in. Do you want to try to convince me to comply?
And trust her to smooth things over with your father? Not particularly. Actually, I have a surprise for her. Tio, lift me up so I can access my troll's lower back.
You're really trying me right now. I'll give you to the count of... You know what? No. I'm done. Raid the ship. If they resist, shoot them. At least I can tell Ed I tried.
Lilith? 4 hours? Doctor! May he find freedom!
Look out!
They're everywhere! Take that!
Stop it!
Go, Doctor! We got
Get
you!
off of
Go!
me! Ow, 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 ow!
I contacted my girls through this troll you commandeered. They activated every work in progress in my lab. This should provide you with enough distraction to make our escape, yes?
Yeah, it does. Tio, pull in that troll bot and close the door. Prim, can you disable the maglock?
Yes, it will take a few seconds. We also have to keep the shields down until we are disconnected.
Okay, I'm headed to the cockpit. Tio, meet me there when you've got everything sealed up. Hopefully Fenti's freaks will buy us the time we need.
How dare you call my children freaks? They're being destroyed out there for our escape.
Calm down, Doctor. I only called him that for the alliteration.
Master, watch out! Oh,
Well, this is ridiculous.
Well, I guess this Fenti guy's made his choice.
they're trying to take off.
And they found a way to disconnect the maglock.
Please tell me you planted the charges on their ship.
Yup, as well as the tracking device.
You want me to detonate the charges?
No!
Wait for them to leave the station. We'll just round them up when they're derelict in space. I swear I am going to fillet that little weasel when I get my hands on him.
Okay, Prim, I'm in the pilot seat. What's our status?
We've been disconnected from the maglock. We are currently locking down all other ships aboard the station to inhibit pursuit.
Oh, hell yeah! Give me the word and I'll get us out of here.
Tio, since there's only 5 of Dr. Fenti's creations are still functional.
Prim, we're losing our distraction.
Now!
Shields up! Hold on tight! Okay, we're clear. Well, that was easier than I thought. Oh, what happened?
There was an explosion in the main engine.
The main engine core is still intact. We're lucky. If that had exploded, we all would have been vaporized along with 1/4 of that station.
Where did the explosion come from?
According to the scans, the explosion originated just outside the hull.
Lilith. She must have planted something before we took off. Are we dead in the water?
Nate, we are in space.
Can we still fly?
The emergency thrusters are all that's operational.
Can the warp drive be repaired?
No, we do not have the adequate parts on board for repairing the warp drive. However, there are parts in the cybernetic troll that will allow us to get the main thrusters operational, although only at half capacity.
How? Never mind. Can Tio help you?
Yes, we will send a delegate with all necessary information.
Come again?
Tio will receive another Centuit.
Yes.
A what?
Premier Morse species is called the Centuit.
I'm just now hearing about this? Never mind. Get what you need from the troll and work quickly. Prim, could you also scan the ship for anything else that might have been planted? Most specifically, looking for anything giving off a signal beacon?
We already have. A device has been detected attached to the forward landing gear.
I knew it. Tracking device. If Prim hadn't locked down all those other ships, they would have scooped us up without a fight.
Who is that woman?
She is the scariest person I have ever met. And I'm telling this to you, so that should tell you something. We met in flight school. During our first week of combat training, she broke someone's arm. A week later, she broke someone's collarbone. Her words even broke people. At first, I found it intriguing. But after a while...
You found it intimidating?
Easy, Doc. You forget who my father is. I don't get intimidated that easily. Well, it's probably best we avoid her for the rest of our lives, if possible. Okay. So we need to get out of here, but we need somewhere to go. We need somewhere we can lay low, repair the ship, and resupply.
I know a place.
Me too. Are we thinking of the same place? On 3, say the place you're thinking. 1, 2, 3. Splash Mountain! You didn't say anything.
Nathan, the body shop is the closest, safest place.
Safest?
We can hide there. You know it's our best option.
Oh, I bet. Of course you want to go there. You probably have a suite waiting for you.
The Quenetian Compendium defines a body shop as a business that specializes in repair and modification of the exterior of vessels. This may be the best location for our needs.
Tio, the body shop is a station tucked in the asteroid belt. It's a place people go to modify themselves. Some want to look like cats. Some lizards. Others demonic. Some go to modify themselves in order to hide from authorities. Some folks are there for innocent fun, but not many. It's dangerous.
It's our best option.
Did you hear me when I said it was in the asteroid belt? They could be on the opposite side of the solar system.
They're not. I keep track of it. I always have. I like knowing where it is.
Ugh, of course you do.
Tio has the necessary parts to repair the thrusters. She should have them working at half capacity in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Tio.
Nathan, it's our only viable option.
I know. Fine. Prim, I need you to take that tracking device and toss it into space in a direction away from the asteroid belt. Fenti, can you set up the coordinates?
You know full well I can.
Fine. Then after that, I think it's time you contact the rebellion. Tell them that it's me. And tell them to meet us at the body shop.
Yes, well, there's a complication. There is no more rebellion.
Nope, don't want to play any more games. Not now.
I'm afraid it's no game. The rebellion is no more. They're all either in prison or dead.
Oh, for your sake, you better be playing a game.
I led you astray. I apologize for misleading you, but I needed to escape that pit of indulgence.
I can't believe you... Well, okay, I can, but I can't believe I failed to see it. What did you think I was going to do when I found out? Did you think I was just going to forgive you?
I figured whatever retribution you'd have for me would be better than what I left.
Well, don't count me out just yet. I'm pretty creative.
What are you planning, Nathan? I can help you. Just let me in on your plans, and I can find a way to help.
Oh, now you're insulting me. Really? You're a known turncoat. You betrayed your own people. Why in the 9 hells would I trust you with anything?
You don't have to trust me. You have to utilize me. This crew, for lack of a better word, is powerfully intelligent and tech-savvy, but they're missing something that I have.
Phlegm?
Experience and wisdom. They have all the information, but I know how to utilize it.
No, you're not going anywhere near this.
Nathan, we require Dr. Fenti.
What? Why?
Dr. Fenti is the leading expert in biotechnology and biorobotics. We require his expertise in building us a body.
A body?
For our mission to be successful, we will need to have the ability to work independently from you and Tio. A body would allow us autonomy. We can work faster and more efficiently. Dr. Fenti, will you build us a body?
I'd be delighted.
Prim, are you sure? Once we get to the body shop, we can find you someone.
Dr. Fenti is unquestionably the best. It must be him.
Fine. But after that, you're done. I want you off this ship, and I never want to see you again. Deal?
Oh, most assuredly. It'll be an honor to create a body for you, Pamiramore.
Power's been rerouted.
Thank you, Tio. Prim, have you located the body shop?
We have.
With the thrusters at half capacity, how long will it take us to get there?
ETA is 22 hours.
What?
Performers in this episode include Matthew Bass, Darby Gwynn, Dana Strickland, Andrew Dillon Ray, Brianna Bass, Bethany Rowe, Tiffany Clark, John Urbanek, Mark Urbanek, Trey York, and Amanda Maddox. Story by Matthew Bass and Darby Gwynn. Music by Brett Rogers. Editing by Matthew Bass. To further invest in our story, visit patreon.com/Civitanum7 for early access to the latest episode, character bios, and more. And now, an out-of-context scene to add further intrigue.
Welcome to Earth News Now. I'm Paul Fairley. We begin our broadcast with breaking news. There was a ship explosion near Station Destination Jupiter just outside of the Fey-Lorian hangar only a few hours ago. The investigation is ongoing, but officers believe foul play was involved. ENN correspondent Millie Hoyle has the story.
Thank you, Paul. Investigators are looking for any information on what happened here today on Station Destination Jupiter, as an explosion just outside of the station rocked the Fey-Lorian level. Due to the ship in question fleeing the scene, as well as what was left behind, has investigators believing the explosion was the result of criminal activity. Unfortunately, there's not much to go on because somehow the security feed for this entire section of the station had been wiped clean and shut down just prior to the explosion. What's more strange is the scene where this ship left the docking bay. Dozens of destroyed robots are strewn about in what looks to be a phaser battle. We have here 2 eyewitnesses to what transpired here today. What did you see here?
Oh, it was crazy. We just came out of the Dark Knight's dungeon after effortlessly defeating our foes, and we hear phaser fire. I was furious. I came here to be immersed in fantasy and whimsy. Phaser fire is not whimsical.
I mean, you guys sure this wasn't a crazy marketing scheme, promoting a new fantasy station or something? This kind of stuff doesn't really happen in real life, does it?
What did you see when you came out of the dungeon? Did you see the ship that left the station?
Yeah, it was big and ugly. Looked like something my father's maintenance crews would fly.
Yeah, it definitely didn't belong to anybody visiting the station. Hey, can you pan out and get a full shot of my armor, please?
What about faces? Did you see anyone enter the ship?
Oh, absolutely not. As soon as we saw the phaser fire, we ran for safety.
This stuff is for fun, we're not stupid.
Okay, well, I suppose we'll have to see what the investigation brings to light on this strange event here on Station Destination Jupiter. This has been Millie Hoyle. Back to you.
Wow, what a crazy story. I hope no one was hurt. After the break, we'll bring you the story of how a Gordonan whelp found themselves on Broadway. And later, I have an exclusive interview with the legendary Ed Stewart on his views of the Ligaloligo nomination into the United Corps of Planets. Stay tuned.